So now I show you some images of pictures that was being taken just around, where I put different elements together. This is Milan Design Week. This is Paris. She's one of the most famous trendsetter. She was a director of France Vogue. Catherine Rochfield, for the people that can know her. Other important person, designer. And a chair. Look at this four picture. Roll up, bandage, overcoat, oversize, something puffy, soft, natural. I'm just describing a style. I'm just describing a way to wear. I'm describing a look. Let's see another one. Advertising of Bang & Olufsen TV. This is the advertising image. Can you see the look? The look is this traditional Baroque, old image of an antique Italian building with this hair, a lot of flowers that could be butterflies, all is burnout, antique. Then you have these pieces of design, pure, linear, square. At the same time, this is Milan Design Week. This project is from a designer which comes from Eindhoven in Belgium. The concept is this old and antique shape of furniture, and inside you have the dishes that move around. This new one, the new pieces, like the images, the previous images with the screen of the TV. Look at her, Milan, February 2013, it was snowing. She's classic, but at the same time she's very modern. She's cool in a certain way, but why? Images, the style, the look, the red. This is a common code, supposed to be more fitted, but in this way it's not fit at all. It's over. Masculine. Shoes. Brightness. The brightness is the coolness, because the style is so classic. Of course, I'm trying to describe the pictures to make you reading like I'm reading. And I would love to take pictures and ask you to take some notes. This is the vision. Cool hunter need to have vision, need to see images and imagine what could happen back. To see a building and imagine that this building can become a dishes, a plate, or maybe a hill or a buckle. Same line, this quite classic Baroque decor line, pure snake. This is a pure snake, trust me. I have strong knowledge in technical, so I can recognize very well materials, fabrics. I can recognize the best between the medium and the worst. So that because I'm Italian and I grow in a place where it's a land of the beautiful silk and beautiful wool. And I'm just touching things I can see, this is a real estate, this is not, this is fake. I'm trained in China, so I know what is fake or not sometimes. Let's see another images, the black, let's see here. Pieces of art, waterproof brands. It's a concept. This is an artist. I seen him in New York, and it attracted me so much. These images, this woman, waterproof plastic, And then you recognize the brand. You can have many different things in your mind. What's up? And you take the brands, you put the brands waterproof, you squeeze the brands, you use the logos just as a pattern. Chair. Look at the material used for this chair. This is here scuba diving nylon. Soft, puffy. This is designed by Moroso. Moroso is an Italian design company. New York. A lady was just calling the taxi. February 2013. Look at the images. Strong color, like fuchsia, which is a taxi. And then she's wearing these gloves and the short fur with this crazy hair on the top. And look at the shoes. Rope up, piping around, touch of color. The socks is completely another style. The socks are for a country boot. This is the contrast. This is the cool thing. That means looking details. And notice details, because sometimes we use the word details. But what does it mean this? Describe me the detail. Don't tell me all the details of quality. I want to go in deep, and deep, and deep, and deep. Have a lady, black jacket in leather, varnish and feeders. Can you recognize the feeders here? Can you recognize you have red? This is a reactive color. Take the color according with the mirroring effect. It's a pigment just created for the leather. It's a finishing. Finishing, technically, can create many different new aspects, cool things, new accent. This is a piece of design. This could be a mirror, it could be just part of the wall, it could be a painting, it could be a graphic. Other objects, vases, and steel, and a wheel. Some element, why I want to show you sometimes design and fashion, why I mix it up everything. Because this is our life, this is the life of our consumer. When a consumer gets inside of a store, they don't see only garments, they don't see only chair, they see all the look, they see the finishing of the floor, they see the light, the smell. If the smelling is bad, they back. They don't buy nothing. If the smell is too sweet, and they ate sweet, because they love bitter, they don't buy. You think, oh wow, that's true. Yes, it is. If the color is too bright for them, maybe they don't buy. So everything is made by attraction. We always have to play. Interest, something must be interest, something must be closer to the culture. This is the way, it's a balance, it's something like dancing. You can recognize the same symmetry, the same platform or happiness. Can you recognize this material? This is a detail. At the beginning you see pump, a décolleté, with a high heel and a plateau. And right now you recognize something very innovative, like this plastic net, nylon net, and the leather, like a pattern leather. So that's how you say, oh wow. grunge is a new trend. It's a trend step back. Do you know the meaning of grunge? Some of you. It's related to music. In the 90s, we had one of the biggest groups, which named was Nirvana, from Seattle, from California, from Los Angeles. And grunge is this country look. The leather usually is a genuine leather, quite strong leather, waxed leather. The style is quite the stripes used. And now it's a style that is back strongly. And maybe you ask me why you say this. Because there are many elements, designer, style, singers, music, that took back the style again. Or sometimes people, she's grunge. She is, because she's got this look a little bit loose, striped, and she's wearing this pearl, which is a typical handmade knitting, typical for the country, the farmer lifestyle. Now you can say, yeah, why you see things, how you can recognize those elements for the culture. Sometimes you need to understand the culture behind, the story behind, stories related to your culture, to the country where you live, or for where you lived during your lifestyle. For this reason, right now we have many different styles mixed up, because people travel more. And people in the world travel in two ways. By web and by flight. Of course, by car, by bicycle, different travels, by bicycle, by motorbike, by Vespa, which is an Italian motorbike. So the travel aspect make people to know other things, to share other opinions, and to share other cultures. This is grunge. This is a piece of art that I see in Basel. Art Basel is one of the art fairs located in Switzerland, which Basel is a city located in Switzerland. Art Basel is one of the most important fairs in the world. They have another fair, which is Art Basel Miami. And next week, they have for the first time Art Basel Hong Kong. When you have Art Basel, you have a business. That means you have money. So this means that all the images, pictures, style, artists that come from this fair are the inspiration for the designer. Because usually to the art event, you have plenty of designers. Yes. A new voice. Oh, this is much nicer. Vespa. I was talking about Vespa. Vespa is of course, is the name of the Italian motorbike. But look at this Vespa. Why this is so? I want to show you this. You tell me, yes, it's a Vespa. Why you want to talk about this? First of all, this is in leather. This is pure, genuine leather covered. Vespa right now, it's a concept, like bicycle. It's a concept that represents a lifestyle. Of course, I'm talking with you. You live in Bangkok. It's a different point of view. Vespa it's a way that you use in the big cities, mostly in the European big city, to move in a different places. It's vintage look, it's practical, it's stylish, it's slow time. It's not too much speed, enough speedness to move. Something like a bicycle. I remember maybe 5 or 7 years ago when I came in in China to make my beginning presentation, and I was saying, bicycle will be the next trend. Everybody look at me, just, are you crazy? Bicycle is for poor people. And I said, no, this is chic. And then I realized, no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are not ready yet. They need a little bit of time. So, in a couple of years, so now it's trendy for them as well. Of course, because they were just moving from bicycle to a car. And when I say, no, when you use car, it's not good. You make pollution. You are not a healthy person. You destroy the environment. You are not a proud person. This is the concept, of course, because in a European city, everything is set in this way. And now the bicycle or the Vespa are the element that every brand put in the window in their store. Did you notice that? And sometimes people tell me, I don't understand. They made chairs, this brand made chairs, and they put the bicycle in the window. Which is the connection? Because bicycle means to go slow. And do you know what's happened when you go slow? You have more attention about details. You see the city differently. Me as well. I discovered Milan when I started to use bicycle. Because after having a lot of ticket with my car, and I took a lot of ticket with my car, and I said I can't have a ticket all the time and I move around. After just losing my meeting of flights, just because I was stopped in the traffic, I realized that maybe bicycle was the best way to move in Milan. Of course, Milan is small. In 30 minutes, you can just cross the city, wearing a pair of heels, of course. Because bicycle must be drive with a pair of heels. If not, it's not a cool bicycle. But this is something like how a trend can become more popular and how you can use just one element as moving and transportation, moving in a city related to a concept. This is something that you think, yes, maybe it's trendy only for the young, for the teenager. And I tell you, no. More adult you are, and more you are involved in politics, in government, in respectful, you are an entrepreneur, you are to be proud to respect the environment. So maybe you have a Ferrari for another time, but when you have the press that took the pictures of you, you prefer to be shooted with a bicycle or an electric car. Because this is the claim everywhere in the world, in every places. This is another interesting piece. G-Star Raw Denim. You never heard this name? This brand, G-Star Raw Denim. They love denim, so they play with denim and they do many art pieces. They use denim for anything. Any idea that jump in their mind, they do this. And the consumer love it. And they buy more.